Hey everybody, today I am doing a collaboration with Emma from the Thekarbasifamily. Guys, I really hope I said that right. Emma, if I did not say that right, you can correct me. But anyways, we're doing the baby tag. Emma and I both have babies that are around the same age, so we're kind of going through the same things at the same time with our little ones. And she has a little one named Brody, and I have Braven, and just thought that this would be a really fun video to do. And so we're going to answer some questions, and I will have their channel linked down below. Make sure you guys go check them out. Brody is so cute, and they seem like such a fun family, so I will have them linked down below, and go check them out. Okay, so to get started, I'll be looking at my phone because I have it right here, my questions. Okay, what was your baby's height and weight at birth? Braven was 20 3/4 inches, and he was 7 pounds 6 ounces when he was born. He was so little and squishy. Insert little and squishy picture of him here. Okay, next question. How long was he a newborn in size 1 diapers? Yeah, how long was he a newborn in size 1 diapers? Okay, Braven was 7 pounds 6 ounces when he was born. He lost quite a bit of weight, and he didn't gain. I mean, he gained consistently, but he wasn't a fast gainer. He didn't gain like a lot at once. He was in newborn diapers for about a month. He was in newborn clothes even longer than that, and he was in size 1 diapers. He was in size 1 diapers when we transitioned to cloth diapering. So we transitioned to cloth at 2.5 months. So yeah, so it was about a month for each. He technically is in size 3 diapers now if we use disposables, and those are only for absorbency. Technically Braven could still be in size 2, even though he's a little bit bigger than the weight. It has to do with how it fits him. But yeah, that's how long he was in those. Moving on, next question. What diaper bag would you recommend? I only have one diaper bag, and it is my Jujube BFF. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very dirty. I love it. It's awesome. Like, it can be a backpack, it can be a crossbody. I've always used it as a backpack, but I'm thinking about putting the crossbody on soon, that strap, if I can find it. But it's really great. It has plenty of storage, has a mommy pocket, and I highly recommend it to anyone. It is on the pricier side, and I justified that because I said, oh, I can use it with our next, like when we have another baby too, because it's black and white and gender neutral. Guys, unless you are really good about keeping your bags clean, I would not recommend getting the First Lady color because of all the white. And I've washed it, and I tried to take really good care of it, and it still got dirty, and it's just dirty and already looking dingy, and Braven's only almost 8 months old, so that kind of stinks. But I love the bag, and I will most likely get another one with our next one, but I will be getting something that does not have as much white on it. The next, oh, I skipped one. Okay, I skipped a question. I skipped 2 questions. Next question, what brand did you like for diapers? We used Pampers. We used Pampers Swaddlers when he was really small. That's what we were gifted. That's what everyone had gotten us. I didn't mind Pampers. They worked just fine when he was younger. Since when we use disposables now, we use 7th generation normally, but we're about out of those. So we may use something else. I'm not exactly sure, but we use Pampers Swaddlers when he used disposable diapers all the time, and they worked great for us. Next question. What could the next one be? How long was he in newborn clothes? Okay, I just answered this. He was in, well, not really. Braven was in newborn clothes. He could still fit in newborn clothes at 2 months, and after 2 months he started outgrowing all of his newborn clothes, especially in length. Braven was He really wasn't that long, but he was in the length he couldn't fit into newborn clothes anymore. Question 6. Did you use your swing? Yes, we did. Braven was like, take it or leave it. He liked it sometimes. Sometimes he didn't like it. It still looks like brand new, so it is great and ready to go for when we have another baby someday. And it is a super nice swing. It's one that comes off, and it has the little glider thing on it, which was really helpful when he was little. But yes, we did use a swing. Would you recommend buying a playmat? Yes, yes, and yes. I would highly, highly recommend buying a playmat. Braven wasn't interested in it until he was about 2.5 months old, and then it was just like all of a sudden, this thing is awesome. And I am going to recommend the Fisher Price, I believe it is, Kick and Play Piano playmat. It's amazing. Braven loved it. It was great. Like, I didn't have any other playmats because that was the one everyone recommended to me. So I'm sure there are other great ones out there, but that one was really interactive and Braven loved it. So I am recommending to you guys the Fisher Price Kick and Play playmat. It was really, really good. Number 8, would you recommend buying a bouncy seat? I did not buy a bouncy seat. We had like I said, our swing came off and it was a glider. But I had used bouncy seats with other babies, and I actually think with our next one we will buy a bouncy seat, because even though we had the glider, it's a lot heavier than just like a bouncy seat, and the gliding didn't work very well. Like, I feel like it's easier to bounce, so I would recommend buying a bouncy seat, and we do plan to buy a bouncy seat with the next child. Would you recommend a bassinet or a pack and play? Okay guys, I would not recommend a bassinet because Braven used it a whole, like, maybe at an hour. So I really would not recommend a bassinet for us personally. Braven didn't use it. He didn't like it. Yeah. A pack and play, it kind of helps out now. I can put them in it, and we tried to get them to sleep in it at some point, but it didn't really work. Meh about pack and plays. I don't know. I will recommend though, with our next baby, we are getting a sidecar co-sleeper that will hook onto our bed. Instead, especially if you plan on nursing. Yeah, co-sleeping has saved that. But we definitely want a co-sleeper next time, so that's what we will be getting next time, instead of like a bassinet or something like that. And we already have a pack and play. It's like a toy box essentially, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't recommend a bassinet. Kind of iffy on the pack and play. I don't know about that one. Some people really like them. Anyways, did your child use the pacifier and how long? Yes, he did use the pacifier, and he still uses the pacifier. The next one is what must-have items. What are my must-have items? Guys, that's really hard for me to answer. I know one. In the beginning, when they are teeny, teeny, tiny little squishes, they get gas bad. So I highly recommend gas drops and gripe water, because they get gas and they get hiccups, and those two things helped so much. But by like 2 months, we were hardly ever having to use it anymore, because his their digestive systems and stuff, it had like kind of evened out, and his belly didn't need it as much anymore. But those saved us in the beginning. They helped so much. So gas drops and gripe water are two that I highly recommend having before the baby gets there. Gets here. Make sure you have those two things for sure. Next question. Items that you wouldn't have bought. I would not, which I didn't buy the bassinet. It was gifted, but I would not have bought the bassinet if I could go back and do it. I wouldn't have bought a crib. I really wouldn't have, guys. He currently sleeps with us. I know, big no-no, but instead I would have bought a sidecar co-sleeper that will last longer for us. So that's what I would have gotten instead. Any advice for breastfeeding and bottle feeding? Okay, so Braven is a breastfed baby, and my advice would be, the best advice I was giving for breastfeeding was to never quit on your hardest day. So if you're having a day and you're really new to breastfeeding and it's really hard and you're thinking that you can't do it, don't give up then, because you know you're gonna see things in a new light when things are easier, and it will pass. Those first 6 weeks are hard. I had to use a shield the first 6 weeks, and they were hard, but now we're 8 months in and we have a great breastfeeding relationship. It's just easy, and I'm really happy that I stuck with it. Another thing, and some people may completely not agree with this, and that is fine if you don't, but for the type of person I am, I didn't allow formula to be in our house when I was trying to establish breastfeeding. Obviously, if Braven would not have been gaining weight or something like that, that would have been different. I would not have let my child starve, but just for like those nights when I was like tired and I was just like, oh, like what, like just he had nursed so much and stuff. I didn't allow it to be in the house because I knew that if it were there, it would be easier for me to use it, and I just didn't want to. I wanted him to be exclusively breastfed, and we've done that for 8 months. Braven has only had breast milk for 8 months, almost 8 months, and I'm really excited about that. But it's like I said, it's great, and those two things were really big. But definitely remember, don't quit on your hardest day. Braven and I didn't have it easy at first. Like I said, I had to use a shield. I got mastitis about a week in, and then we got thrush, which is awful and really hard to get rid of. But after those 6 weeks, it was like something clicked, and no more shield. I haven't had any more issues or anything like that. So that would be I could make a whole separate video on breastfeeding advice, and I may someday, but those are two things that are very easy that I would definitely tell any mom who is wanting to breastfeed. What works to calm your baby? It kind of depends. Sometimes nursing, if he's really upset, we'll nurse and that'll calm him down. Other times, like if I'm not here and it's just Tanner has him, Tanner will pace and bounce with him, and that's always worked. Always, since he was itty bitty, always worked. The Tula baby wearing has helped calm him down as well. We usually haven't had many episodes of him just not being able to calm down. Normally one of those three things will calm him down eventually. What is your bedtime routine? We do bath time, we do book, and right now we're reading. We'll all sit on this bed behind me while I put lotion and get him in his PJs, and Tanner reads. Sorry guys. Tanner, we are all reading, we have the illustrated version of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and we are all reading that right now, all reading it. Tanner reads it while I get him ready for bed, and we spend about 15 to 20 minutes each night doing that, and that's really nice. It's just a really nice family time. And then after that, he gets the boob, so he nurses, and then he goes to bed. So we do the 4 B's: bath, book, boob, bed. Or it could easily be bath, book, bottle, bed. So we do the 4 B's, and those work really well. He knows bath time, he has fun, he plays, then he comes and we start winding down and stuff. So that's our bedtime routine. I know a lot of people stick by that routine, and that's what works for us. Anyways guys, that was our last question. Remember to go and check out the Thekarbasifamily. I'll have them linked down below in the description box, and go see what Emma's answers were. You know, we have 2 different babies, so I'm sure her answers were different, and just go check her out. She's great. Their channel is great. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you're new here, and then if you want to see more from our family. Remember to follow our Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. I have them all linked down below if you want to see more from us. And we just love you guys, and we thank all of you guys for all of your support all the time. We are almost at 140 subscribers as of right now, and I just think that's amazing. When we started this, I just didn't even think that that was going to happen. But I'm so happy it did, and I'm so happy to have all of you guys along on this ride with us. But with that being said, I hope all of you guys had a lovely weekend, and I will talk to all of you later. Bye!